So, my name is Chris Cooper. I wrote this book, Prophet of God, PRFIT. It's available on Amazon. This is the paperback version of the book. I decided that I'm going to remake a playlist of me reading through the entirety of the book. Um, and included in these videos, I'm going to kind of read and interact at the same time. And engage or try to as much as I can. And feel free to leave any commentary as we go along, any opinions that you have regarding the book or anything else. You're more than welcome here. But I'm going to begin it on the third chapter. Chapter 3. Oh, by the way, the link is in the description. And when I get done doing this live, I'm going to archive the video so that it's on a playlist, just like the last one I did. So here we go. Chapter 3. Jesse woke up early enough to see the sunlight sneaking in through the low basement windows from outside. His mom was curled up on the leather sofa with several blankets upstairs. An old laptop set on a TV tray and tucked beside the couch, adorned with plastic party cups of pop and coffee, murmured behind the morning quiet with the cheeky punchlines of a sitcom rerun. Jen had made a habit of nodding off on the obnoxious leather couch rather than sleeping upstairs in her bedroom overnight, citing Rob's thunderous snoring as the reason. Jessie meandered into the kitchen. There was a note scratched on some old electric bill envelope sitting on the counter, which read, "Sorry, Jay Bird, for last night. Mama made you a sandwich in the fridge. Hope you have a good day at work. Signed, Love, Mama Bird." The walk to work was about a mile and a half, and it gave Jesse the much-needed refreshment of morning air, simultaneously managing to fit in a good many songs from his playlist, which doubled as a good way to drown out the increasing noise of the traffic along the walkway, or the essential moron or two who would amuse themselves honking at pedestrians. Few the times Jesse would make the mortal sin of forgetting his earbuds. He'd taken a liking to seeing the amber rays of the waking sun begin to pierce the tops of the trees along the way, or the exhale of the dew along the rolling grasses of clearings lift up. Sights like these made the stomp bearable at least and enjoyable at best. Jesse worked at the Steinmack store, which made for some easy lenience when it came to gathering the essential snacks, drinks, or cigarettes he or his buddies were in constant need of. The owners, though, decided it'd be best if he were stuffed away into the bottle return processing room in the cellar of the store, having scant customer service experience and not wanting to deliberately irritate Leo with an unnecessary register buddy. Leo had already scared off a list of trainees times past. Steinmack's on the inside looked like any other mom and pop of the Midwest. Aisles of expired or nearly expired candy, overpriced bags of air which happened to have potato chips inside them, and the tops of 2-liter pop bottles of every flavor and color marked out the kind of miniature skyline. "What's up? What's good, Logan?" Here and there hit a shelf corner arrayed with dusty, marked-up automotive maintenance essentials no one actually bought. Incense sticks, over-the-counter drugs, ginseng tablets, and, peculiarly, in spite of the existence of the internet, even a discreet case of stocked with thinly censored dirty magazines. What's up? How's it going, Shiva? Dead bucks with eerily live eyes lined the place. The space smelled like what you'd expect if you cracked open an old pinball machine at a bowling alley. The bottle return area was the least charming of the establishment and could claim about .01 of Stymax 2 stars. Its asbestos floor was marred by years or likely decades of foot traffic, and every corner was encrusted with corn syrup resin on account of the mountains of pop and booze bottles and cans dragged in to be recycled daily. How are you guys doing? Thanks for dropping in. I'm just reading from this book called Prophet of God by Chris Cooper. It's available on Amazon. I'm reading chapter 3. Seek wisdom, not knowledge. Knowledge is of the past. Wisdom is of the future. That's a good point, man. Blaista. Summertime in particular was gross here, as one could expect to never be alone, with the thousands of ants making it their task to wander around while hordes of flies dive-bombed one's head from the sad fluorescent lights above. All the electrical power of the store was reserved for the cooling air of the drink section, or the beer cave, leaving the rest of the store much to the mercy of nature. Only a large steel fan, covered in years of dust buildup, sat whining in one of the corners of the bleak, cobwebbed ceiling, and not a hint of air conditioning in the work area. For Jesse, though, this local box of chipping paint and flickering lights was the scene and smell of freedom, the escape from the humdrum purposelessness which haunted him since the time he left high school some 2 years prior. Here he had every intention of gathering his ducks, so to speak, and launching into the western sun in some truck, maybe California or Arizona, somewhere remote and clean and salty, and not the frozen swamp he'd grudgingly grown to think of his home state. Pretty soon he'd have a vehicle of his own and fill it with gas, and pack what little stuff he had and just drive with a middle finger in the air, establishing his misery somewhere else. Somewhere with palm trees and no seasons, far away from the specter of having to live out decades with the daily weep of dying dreams. Hey man, hopefully you are doing well. Hey, thanks Matt, I hope you are too. I'm just sitting here reading from my book. Links in the description. Do I have to pitch this every time? I don't know. We'll see what happens. The dancing palm trees against a ruby sunset in Jesse's head helped to project a kind of shine onto the tired mechanism inside the dismal bottle room, and allowed him to move with optimism, knowing this place was no end but a means, in spite of the crunching noise of each dispensed piece of aluminum or glass, for hours at a time. Sometimes in the middle of his shift, thirst called, and Jesse traveled upstairs for a drink at the fountain machine. At least that was offered on the house. He found Leo's low voice filling the storefront. A new visitor was there, and Leo was giving him the rundown in his typical jarring way, laced with profanity and quips. The visitor was slim, Jesse took notice. A white t-shirt hung across his back, along with a small gym bag slung over his shoulders. The guy stood at attention in blue jeans, watching Leo direct his infamous hand gestures here and there, nodding intermittently, feigning smiles of relatability. The newcomer's trimmed, dirty blonde hair stood out under the fluorescent lights, and his overall appearance, Jesse swiftly reasoned, betrayed affluence. Jesse swallowed some iced water out of a styrofoam cup as the new guy looked his way. "Sup?" Jesse belched, shot up his chin, with sweat trickling down his brow. The stranger's face broke into a smile, revealing two dimples. His prominent lips moved for a second, but the ice busting in Jesse's mouth caused him to miss his words. Leo threw Jesse a chin from afar. "This is Trevin, Jess. I found him loitering outside, so we decided to offer him work." "Hey," said Trevin, only slightly releasing one of his hands from the strap of his bag. "You mind showing this young feller around?" Leo requested. Trevin's naive display of fake enthusiasm did not merit what he was about to see. A small troop of customers had just burst through the door, betrayed by a string of brass sleigh bells drooping over the entrance, which the owners had mangled into a kind of reminder for Leo to keep post. "Jesse," he met the new guy with a hand. "Cool," Trevin said, a smirk still lingering on his face. Jesse paused, resting his gaze after a double take into Trevin's eyes, taking in silent note his mild heterochromia. He had one eye of hazel and another of blue, something Jesse hadn't seen before. "So basically, this is a job a trained monkey could do." Jesse marched down the cellar steps, leading Trevin along. "Oh, and glass sucks." He held an empty beer bottle, shortly tossing it into the receptacle following a burst of glass after the processing machine flung it into a barrel. Trevin held his hand covering his nose and studying the room. "Damn, it's pretty bad in here," he winced. "Yeah, I normally don't do this all the time," Jesse lied. "Hello, America." "Is that Russian? How are you? Thanks for dropping in." Trevin looked down at him, almost pitifully, as Jesse bent into the ragged, stained collection bin, sifting for the last few cans of this round. "So, what else do you do?" Trevin tried talking above the recycling machine, busy gurgling on plastic being fed in. "Oh, I like to chill, Sometimes I'll draw or some shit." "No," Trevin giggled. "Here." "Oh," Jesse said. "Just, helping the front, I guess. You from around here?" "Huh?" Trevin leaned closer. "You from around here?" Jesse repeated. "Oh, no, yeah, I'm from the other side of town." Jesse nodded. "Here, give me a hand. You can put your stuff over on that chair if you want." Trevin glanced over to a gloomy, fly-ridden corner of the bottle room where Jesse would normally stash his things, lying across a puke-yellow plastic armchair from the 20th century. Over the course of their working tour, the two locked eyes every so often, and whenever Jesse would run out of bullshit to try to amuse Trevin with, he'd just leave him hanging on his smile. Sometimes they'd find themselves talking over each other. When it at last became time to go, Jesse busied Trevin with mopping the floor downstairs, a pretty useless task. His thin arms struggled with wringing out the not quite black mop head, and Jesse had to help him dump out the industrial-sized bucket into a rusty drain. Together they made their way toward the front door of Stymax with the clamor of the roadside traffic falling in along with the fresh air. All right, man, it was good meeting you, Jesse shouted, heading toward the sidewalk, fixing his earbuds in. He wasn't too far along when he heard Trevin. You're walking? Yeah, admitted Jesse, turning around. You want to ride? Trevin offered awkwardly, gripping his car keys in his hand. No shit, Jesse laughed. Yeah, it's a minute though, if you don't mind. Jesse flipped his jean jacket from over his shoulder and jogged back to Trevin. You'll have to show me the way, Trevin said, punching the car alive with the fob. Fob? You'd say fob. Hey, I really appreciate it, man. My legs are killing me, Jesse complained, nestling in Trevin's passenger seat. Trevin's obnoxiously decorated key lanyard bounced with the lumpy parking lot. A goofy, fuzzy, stuffed animal thing grinned, knocking its head against the interior as the vehicle rumbled on. If you don't mind me asking, why don't you have a car? Trevin finally spat. Jesse chuckled. I did. My crazy aunt gave me hers a couple years ago, but the fucking rods were knocking on the thing. Oh, shit. Trevin pretended to know what he was talking about. Yeah, so I took it to the shop and the guy was like, so your engine needs replacing. It was basically a death sentence. Damn, man, that sucks. Trevin chuckled. Yeah, it would have been a few $1,000s, so I thought, to hell with it. With that kind of money, I could just get something else, you know? Trevin nodded. So how'd you like your first day? Jesse asked abruptly. There was a pause. Come on, you can be honest with me, man. I mean, it's not bad, Trevin shrugged. They looked at each other before giggling. Dude, I know it sucks dick. Believe me. Did Leo really just snag you while you were out there? Jesse turned to his new friend. Nah, Trevin said. I mean, I was just waiting on a friend of mine, and this guy, Leo, comes out, like, offered me a job on the spot. Do they, like, just do that? Trevin wondered. Jesse said, not usually, man. Weird. Hold on. Sorry about that. Jesse said, not usually, man. Weird. I mean, I figured it'd be alright, I guess. Could at least tell my parents I got a job, you know? Are you cool with your parents? Jesse asked. Well, yeah, I guess. You? It's alright. I love my mom, but. The two finally approached the outskirts of the townhome complex, introduced by a maze of little roadways leading in every direction of the grid. When they pulled up near Jesse's lot, there was a noticeably large pile of trash bags sitting outside of Jesse's house, even for this dump a bit unusual. What is that? Huh. There was Rob, stumbling down the front steps. He was dressed in a flailing polo shirt and a pair of khakis, which typically meant one thing: bowling night. His absence from the house almost seemed like a weekly holiday for Jesse. His stepdad would be gone until well into the morning hours, playing his luck at a league and occasionally walking away with minor cash prizes. Rob's bowling caddy followed behind him, crashing on each concrete step along the way. He only glanced up toward the parked all-wheeler that just pulled in, and apathetically looked away. "That's your dad?" Trevin asked. "No." The two watched as Rob dragged himself along till reaching his parked sports car, which he had acquired on a high-interest lot in town, notorious for the game of subprime lending. The flamboyant car sat out like a sore thumb amongst a parking lot typically filled with ones not younger than a decade. "Hey, what's up? How are you, Euro?" Euro187, do you live in Europe? "Greetings, Toyota." "Wait, Toyota. I get it." "Do you mind if I sit here a second?" Jesse asked, not breaking his gaze ahead. "No, yeah, of course." Trevin looked over with concern across his face. "What's his issue?" "Nothing. He's just a major dick," Jesse murmured. "You smoke?" Uh, Trevin searched for a response. You mean weed?" "No," smirked Jesse. "Cigarettes, or yeah, that too." "Oh, shit, sorry. No, I've never had one. Sometimes I'll vape, though." "Shit, man, that stuff fucks up my throat. You wanna?" Jesse held up a cigarette. "Wanna what?" "Try one." Sure. But would you mind if we keep the windows down?" Trevin shrunk. "Nah, man, it's your car." Jesse pressed the window trigger. He handed the lit cigarette to Trevin. "Is it, like, bad? It's got Nick, right?" he asked, wincing a bit, and using his other hand to bat away the smoke. "You get used to it. You just gotta put it up to your lips and suck." Trevin choked. It wasn't his first time, but not exactly his 100th time either. "Jesus Christ." Trevin shot up his hand, waving away the little cloud around him. "That's so gross." "You might feel a little buzz, but probably not much," Jesse said. "I think I'll stick to vape." Trevin cupped his palm over his mouth. Trevin reached into his door compartment and pulled out his vape, which was just a square device with a lip nozzle at the end. He took a drag and a cloud filled the car. Jesse leaned his head over it and sucked some of the flavorful air through his lips. "Bubble gum," he guessed. "Yeah," admitted Trevin. "Tasty," said Jesse. The sky began suggesting dusk, and the deep purple horizon had been slowly swallowing the day. Jesse's mom could be seen inside the kitchen closing the window drapes. "So do you have any siblings?" Trevin asked as the two chatted along. "Yeah, I've got one little sister. Well, half sister, technically." "That's cool." "Yeah, she's cute. I basically raised her because her dad is a deadbeat, and mom was working, so." "Aw, that's sweet." "You?" Jesse clapped back after another drag off of his smoke. "Yeah, I have one older brother and a baby sister. My sister is doing all right, but my older brother is weird." "Why?" "I don't know. He's kind of a member of this cult. It's a long story." "Cult? That's fucked, dude," Jesse said. Yeah, it's called the Trampoline of Fellowship or something. I don't fucking know, to be honest. Trevin hit his vape again. Oh, you mean the Fellowship Tabernacle? Yeah, that's it, Trevin snapped. Holy shit, dude, that's my mom's church. Really? Yeah, no shit. I see that name all the time and all the stuff she brings home and hangs up on the walls. Oh, Trevin said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call it a cult if you're like... Jesse just laughed. Hell no, dude, you're good. My mom's obsessed with it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Trevin almost jumped. What's up with that? I don't know, man. People just get so wrapped up. Mom's literally got like Jesus everywhere in the house, and all she talks about is Pastor Lee. Jesse rolled his eyes. Trevin leaned his head back onto the seat. Bro, same with my brother. He's so involved, it's creepy. In fact, he's being sent on another mission, like overseas. It's like his fourth time. My parents are pretty skeptical of the whole thing, but they're part of it? No, actually, said Trevin. They're like really strict Catholics, but my older brother left the church a while ago and went to this one. Has been going for a while, I guess. Hey, what's up? Are you aware the Lord had died and suffered for your sins? I always thought God was eternal, immortal. My brother left the church a while ago and went to this one. Has been going for a while, I guess. So does your brother still like talk with you and your family? Jesse asked. I mean, yeah, it's not like we don't talk. My parents love him and all. They just think he's a bit like misguided or whatever. But also glad he's at least part of something Christian. It's some wild stuff, Jesse floated. You ever think about God? Trevin broke their pause. Not really. Kinda. Jesse shrugged. Yeah, Trevin sighed. I guess sometimes I wonder if God ever thinks about us. He picked he picked at the rim of the steering wheel with his fingers. You believe in God? Jesse asked. I just feel like there's something, Trevin went, but I don't know. Jesse released his sneaker from the front of Trevin's glove box, which he'd been resting on, and he accidentally popped the latch, releasing the mouth of the glove box. A pistol revealed itself on the inside, resting on top of a shriveled car manual. Bro, Jesse gawked. Trevin wound up. That's so cool. Is that yours? Uh, yeah, I keep it just in case, you know? I didn't know you were strapped. That's dope as hell, dude. Do you mind if I look at it? Asked Jesse. Yeah, no, go ahead, said Trevin reluctantly. Hey, what's up? Sorry, I'm trying to read and like at the same time. Appreciate the pumpkin and the wizard. Oh, this book is called Prophet of God, Profit, like as in money. It's by Chris Cooper. There's the spine. I don't know if you can see it. It's available on Amazon. The link should be in the description of this video. I don't know if you guys can see the description or not. But after I get done with this live, I'm going to archive this video and like put it on my channel. What is it about? So Prophet of God is about, superficially or on the surface, it's about, sorry. I hate when my hair does. On the surface, the book is about a group of friends. They go to work for this church in northern Michigan. And the church basically winds up being not what it appears to be. They run into a lot of really crazy stuff. And the book kind of narrates what happens when they go to this mysterious church. It's like a super popular place, with a really popular like leader. And the book, that's the sum of the book. Superficially, that's what the book is. But the story itself goes a lot deeper into other things. There's a lot of dialogue about a lot of topics about life, about faith, about doubt, things like that. It's kind of a supernatural, spiritual mystery type of thing. You gonna be rich after reading it? I hope so. One would hope. I want to be rich in the sense of being able to facilitate what I came here for, not necessarily materially. To me, rich would mean that I succeeded in what I felt I am meant to do, which is to share a spiritual message. But yeah, superficially, like surface level, that's what the book is about. Follows a group of friends like that. Are you gonna be rich after reading it? Is it anti-God? No. It depends. See, it depends on how one would define God. Jesus died on the cross for you all, and he suffered for your sins so you can get eternal peace and feel eternal peace. That's the thing, is like most of the beginning of the book is laying the groundwork for what happens later. Toward the middle of the book, things start getting weird. I don't want to like ruin shit, but things start getting weird. And they start getting more transcendental. But yeah. Gucci girl. Sorry, his phone's like far away to me. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? I'm always worried because I don't have like one of those fancy little, poofy headphone or microphone things that people have latched to their neck or whatever. Nancy Drew. Is that the one who she wrote all those mystery books? Cool, God bless all, farewell. Thanks for dropping in, Toyota. Namaste, Uncle G. Zashiram. Jai Shri Ram. Namaste to you too. I actually have a statue of Krishna over there. Can you hear fine? Are you high? or just naturally relaxed? I'm not high. I'm high on the Holy Ghost. Bro, oldest religion is Hindu. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Are you homeless? Bro, cut your hair. I'll just keep reading. Where was I before I forget? It's some wild stuff, Jesse floated. Wait a minute, that's not where I left off. Oh, yeah. He spots the gun. That's so cool. Is that yours? Jesse said. Yeah, I keep it just in case, you know? I didn't know you were strapped. That's dope as hell, dude. Do you mind if I take a look at it? Asked Jesse. Yeah, no, go ahead, said Trevin reluctantly. Jesse examined the gun. Where'd you get it? He asked. My older brother left it for me. This is his old car, actually. That's dope as fuck, man. Jesse slid the pistol back into the glove compartment. That's what I mean, though, dude. Jesse broke back to the subject. I don't really believe in God. Sometimes I just feel like God doesn't care about us. Like, I know all the religious people say God loves you or whatever, but what if God just fucking hates us, you know? Jesse asked rhetorically. Dude, for real, like, I wouldn't be surprised, like, at all. Well, the church does hate, the gays, I heard, Jesse said, spitting out another stream of smoke. Trevin sat there examining his own hand. Yeah. Alright, man, I'm gonna head out. Still have to eat dinner and stuff. I really appreciate the ride, though. Yeah, anytime, man. Trevin turned, offering a smile. Jesse jumped out of the all-wheeler. Hey, Trevin spoke up from his window. Yeah? You want to, like, have my number in case, I'm at Stymax and I need your help or something? Jesse smiled. Yeah, dude, of course. BMW, get a BMW. Don't cut your hair. Okay. Well, I keep my hair long for spiritual reasons. Maybe that sounds weird. That's true. Back in the house, the stove was bubbling with pasta. Look who's home, Jesse's mom exclaimed, stirring the steaming pan below the rumble of the stovetop vent above. Jesse's baby sister was at the kitchen table, her small legs dangling from one of the chairs. She whipped her head around with a wide grin toward her older brother. Jaybird, Jesse's mom continued, announcing him to the little girl. Gally May, Jesse held out his arms. What are you doing? Galilee hopped off the chair with a piece of paper in her hand and excitedly hugged her older brother as he knelt down with outstretched arms to greet her. She's been drawing all day, haven't you? Jen smiled toward the little artist. Gally dashed back to the table with pigtails bouncing on her shoulders. She smacked the paper onto the surface and gestured for Jesse to come over. The table was covered in crayons, mostly broken, and crumbs spilled all over from some bunch of graham cracker snacks Gally had been devouring while she furiously worked. What's this? Jesse asked, pinching his voice. Angle, Gally declared. Angle? Jesse glanced up at his mom. On the paper, Gally had drawn a disfigured human-ish thing, its long body draped over a scribbled blob of blue color, which it appeared to be floating over. A crooked grin sat over 4 peculiar-looking stick arms, with an extraneous, seemingly unnecessary arc over the figure's shoulders and dashes of lighter blue on either end of it. Jesse's mom shifted her eyes and spelled out with her lips, "Angel." "Oh," Jesse said, picking up the paper to get a better look. "Angle," Gally celebrated. "Very good," Jesse praised, setting the paper back down. Jen leaned on the counter, arms crossed, with a spatula hanging off her side. "So how was work?" she finally asked. "Not bad." Jesse scratched his neck. "A new guy came in, so..." "Oh yeah?" "Yeah, he's some guy Leo picked up. We really didn't need anyone, as far as I knew, but..." "Well, that's nice. Is that who you were laughing with outside?" Jen asked, returning to the stovetop to stir the crackling ground beef. "Yeah, what's up with the trash outside, though?" Jesse snapped. Um, his mom paused. Her back was to Jesse. "Rob said he noticed that your room was messy and said he wanted to do some spring pickup while the garbage men were still at it." What'd he throw away?" Jesse's face collapsed. "Honey," Jen looked over at little Galilee. "Precious, why don't you go watch some TV before dinner is ready, okay? I think your favorite show is coming on soon." Gally scooted herself off the chair as quickly as she could and dumped her project at the table instantly. A kids' show was blaring in the living room, and the small speakers from the laptop struggled to keep up with the obnoxious song, which could drive even a saint up the wall. Jen turned. "Just some junk," he said. "Mom, what the fuck?" "Shh." His mom snapped her finger. "Language." "Mom, no one can hear past that," said Jesse, citing the howling, generic kids show anthem in the living room. "Jesse James," she admonished. "Mom," he sighed. "He doesn't need to be all up in my stuff. You know he's just using it as an excuse to mess with me." Jesse swiveled toward the basement door and started down the stairs when Galilee leaned forward from the sofa. "Wait," she cried to him, tearing herself from the screen. Jesse stopped. Gally stomped back into the kitchen and grabbed her drawing off the table and shoved it into Jesse's hand. "For you," she exclaimed. She rocketed back into the living room and cannonballed back onto her spot on the sofa. "She wanted you to have it. She was telling me about how hard she was working on it for you all day," Jen smiled. Jesse looked back down at the angle under the light of the skimpy hallway. "Come back up when you're done," his mom said. "There's something I want to talk to you about." "Don't cut your hair. What is this Diddy blood doing?" Shh. Did I do that right? The dialogue. Jesse's room was reduced to only a mildewy basement, and no longer his mildewy basement. Rob had cleared everything: cigarette boxes, pop cans, wrappers, plates, including anything that wasn't nailed down. Only the sad air mattress lay on the concrete floor amongst the bare and musty space, untouched. Jesse let out a Jesse set down the plate of his mom's spaghetti before drawing back a chair from underneath the modest kitchen table. I see the reference there. Jen looked up at him in the eyes. Jay, would you please say grace for us all? She wasn't asking. Jesse's eyes rolled into the back of his skull. Jen's hands neatly folded, she placed her elbows on the table and lowered her head, awaiting the solemn blessing. Gallie gave Jesse a big grin from across the table, her face already covered in spaghetti sauce and lips smacking. Jen looked up and glared at her daughter. Miss Gallie May, her tone fell. Remember, honey, we're not allowed to start eating until the Holy Spirit is with us. Just about to cram a piece of garlic bread into her mouth after dunking it into the noodles, Gallie's face collapsed remorsefully. I'm sorry, Mama. Sorry, Jeebus. Her little marinated hands smacked together, launching a noodle or two into the air. Jesse? Expectation colored his mother's voice. Mom, Jesus, he sighed. Jesse put both his thumbs into his forehead and planted his stare on the steaming food below. Please, O gracious Lord, he began, give us our daily mac and cheese. Lead us away from the a-holes in our lives. Gallie squeaked with laughter, her elder brother offering a small wink from beneath his hands. His mom slammed her hands onto the table. Jesse James, you will not mock the Lord. Jesse paused for a moment and shrunk his head back into his thumbs. God, we come before you in thanks for the nourishment you provide, both in body and in soul. We humbly ask that your Spirit always be with us, both in times of joy and of sorrow, he recited tersely. Jen had gone out of her way to laminate several prayer cards passed out at the fellowship tabernacle, meant to guide families in prayer before meals. She'd taped one along the edge of every seating position on the kitchen table, providing an easy reference. The text of each prayer, of course, courtesy of Pastor Lee. In Christ's holy name we pray, amen, Jesse concluded, but adding, and praise Pastor Lee. Jen glared. One times one times one times one. Do you know Nyan Cat? No, I don't. Gallie attacked the spaghetti like a rabid animal, using God's original 2 utensils, ignoring the carefully placed fork her mom had set beside for her. So Rob and I were talking. Seems it's been a struggle between you two lately. I had to think of a solution. Jen twisted some noodles around her fork. Jesse meandered his eyes over the plate, resting his cheek on his hand. He could already surmise the nature of what his mother was about to say. In some form or another, it was his fault. This wouldn't have been the first time Rob had tried to push him out of the house. The main difference now was that it wasn't physical, yet. Jesse never did learn to keep his mouth shut around Rob over the years, the fool he was. Rob gleefully accepted every opportunity Jesse gave him to get his mom involved in his, quote, issues. Excuse me. Theirs had not been a relationship of guardian and son, but more like a schoolyard bully and victim. Rob had been around since as far back as Jesse could remember in one form or another. Jesse's mom, Jen, and his biological father had been divorced for years. Jen had been fated the task of moderator between her new spouse and her son, especially in the years of his coming of age when tensions flared. As for Jesse, he'd felt nothing but contempt for the man whom he'd seen treat his mother so poorly growing up, or so his perception had solidified as. From his perspective, Rob was nemesis. He had only ever viewed Rob this way, and even the few times the man had offered some semblance of goodwill toward the kid, the prodding memory of Rob's abuses earlier in his life constantly soured whatever vanishing peace, not to say bond, which began to grow between the two of them at any point. What's up, Real Gabriel? How are you? I'm reading this book called Prophet of God, Profit. It's available on Amazon. It's by Chris Cooper. Am I blocking my own voice? But yeah, this is the paperback. That's what it looks like. Losing my voice, man. No, you can still hear you. Okay, good. Thanks for letting me know, Kyle. Jen says, at the fellowship, they had a seminar last service introducing a new program the church is offering. Jen began, finally letting the cat out of the bag. Mom, let me stop you there, Jesse said. Honey, hear me out, she pressed. It's on a nice big property. There'll be tons of people there, beach access, housing included, and daily meal service. Mom, no. Honey, listen to your mama. Mom, no. Jesse raised his voice a bit. I'm tired of this shit. That bastard won't just... Honey, please. Jen's eyes, started gaining red. Gallie's face had dropped by now, noodles dangling from her cheeks, and her glance left bouncing between the two. Listen, I'm sorry, I just can't take it anymore. Please don't cry, Mom, Jesse begged. His mom used part of her short-sleeved shirt to wipe away a tear. This was one of 3 times in his lifetime Jesse had actually seen his mother cry. Jennifer was a person of steel. Her generally soft demeanor gave no indication of the contrary in terms of her character or the extent of her personal power. She was the kind of mother who would have done anything to make sure her children were taken care of, at the price of her own time, her own dreams, and happiness. She'd lived a life of near constant sacrifice, readily pitching her own interests into the often rolling fires of motherhood and responsibility and all that came with it. In the early years, after Jesse's dad had vanished, Jen was caught up in the whirlwind of having to support a child and deal with the abuses of unworthy employers and deadbeat men, and a largely indifferent, estranged, or disappointed family of her own, with precious exception. She'd worked multiple jobs, waitressing, factories, fast food joints, whatever she had to do to survive, and she did it all without giving in. She'd made a life out of a system designed against her, aside from the single motherhood alone and its own unique challenges. And it was in this memory of sacrifice, lodged in the back of his mind, Jesse's eyes fell, and his immediate reaction became extinguished at the sight of his mother's evident struggle. Jesus, too, was glaring down at Jesse from a cloud, fixed onto the steel face of the refrigerator. Accompanying the Lord was a thumbnail portrait of a man. with a mindfully arranged dark hair, a pearly and diplomatic smile, a rich, peppery goatee, and a benevolent, inspired gaze. Pastor Adam Lee. Jesse leaned back. The administration said it's really a cool program, dear, Jen went on, dabbing some blotchy mascara with a napkin. They'll have food and people your age to hang out with, and there's a recreation center. You don't have to be a member at all, honey. Will you please consider coming with me tomorrow to the Friday service? Jesse sighed and met eye to eye with the refrigerator Jesus one more time. Yes, Mom, I'll go. Up till now, Jesse had managed to avoid having to endure what he saw as his mother's strange spiritual phase. Jen smiled. That's my jaybird. I promise it won't be bad. It'll be weird, though, he thought, twisting some pasta. Alright, so that's the end of chapter 3. What y'all think? Anybody still watching? This Prophet of God, Chris Cooper. It's on Amazon. I'm starting to lose my voice. I put the link in the description for this book. On this live, I've never actually looked at another person's live, so I don't know what the description, if you can see it or not, but I put the direct link to the Amazon thing to like check it out and all that. My plan is to like read through the whole thing on lives and then to archive each video as a playlist so that to give people like a better view for consideration of whether or not something they would consider purchasing. Because on Amazon it gives you like a little blip, and I just don't think that's sufficient. Like, at least for me, if I were looking for a fiction book, like it wouldn't be enough to I'd want to see like the middle of the story, or I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but yeah. Was about an hour. So that's an hour-ish for chapter 3. Pretty much after chapter 7, the book begins to speed up chapter-wise. What's up, the gayest? India was the first country to successfully launch a mission to Mars and enter its orbit on its first attempt with the Mars orbiter mission. Indians create Hotmail and USB. That's really cool. I didn't know that. This light in here probably sucks. You're the only one here? I wonder if YouTube would let you do like a live stream where you read the entire book. Like, you think I could read this whole thing in like 8 hours? It's about so thick. The thing is, though, that's cool is that the font is like, it looks kind of big, but it's really, the font is like large. So it's not, it's fairly concise. Most novels are between like 90,000 and 110,000 words. This is 79,000, so it's actually a pretty concise book. And I did that purposely to like hit the story with the ground running. Or does that make sense? Hit the ground running with the story. Reptile lover, hi, hey, I'm a 25-year-old female. That's cool, how are you? Are you up late or early? I was just reading. Like, I wonder if I could run this stream for 8 hours straight and read the entire book. Freaking eyes would fall out. How's your day been? Tell me about your life. What would the plus button do? Hmm. I'm trying to decide if I should read another chapter or not. Hmm. Hey, what's up? Is that Steven? Of course I remember you. Nice to see you again. How's Serbia? I'm sitting here trying to pitch my book. Are you tired because you've been running through my mind all day? It's funny. Rando, bro, you look like John Wick. I've never realized how little media I consume until I've been on the internet. I don't know who John Wick is. I think the image that comes in my mind is Keanu Reeves. Is that even right? Jetso withdrawals. You're having withdrawals? I'm sorry. Brother, your face irritating as fuck. I'm sorry, I didn't make it. All good, man. Yes, that's him. Oh, I see. It's been super hard trying to market this thing. This book. I'm trying to figure out, like, sneaky ways of doing it. Not sneaky as in deceptive, but sneaky as in clever. Because I'm not exactly rich. Do you still writing book about religion? This book I put on the thing is called Prophet of God. It's a fiction novel, but it is about religion. The book I have that I wrote about religion, like my personal religion personally, is over there and it's unpublished. But elements of that are in this. So the idea that I had after talking to this publisher guy, because I don't know, can I just tell you the story? Basically, I wrote this spiritual thesis type of book about my religion, um, and tried to get it published like traditionally. Rejected wholesale. I got like 80 negatives, some fuck offs. Like, it was just like it was absolutely a flop. One guy in particular, though, out of New York, actually sent me an email that was a little bit helpful because he was like, the only book I have is the Bible. That works. You talked about it yesterday. It was interesting. You're actually really smart guy, not gonna lie. Hey, I appreciate it. I try to be. Thank you, Rando. Yeah, so this dude out of New York named Peter Ruby, he was a literary agent. He emailed me and he said, "Listen, man," I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, "Listen, man, you're nobody. You have no degree. So trying to write a nonfiction spiritual esque book, no wonder everyone's rejecting it for publication." Um, so he said, "Here's what you got to do. You either need to get a master's or PhD, become famous, or know someone who is famous. So he gave me the idea when I was thinking about it, and I was like, what if I took the spiritual concepts in like the nonfiction thing I wrote and inserted it into a fiction story? Because to write a fiction, the story is either good or it isn't. But you don't need qualifications necessarily. It helps. But like if you had a master's in creative writing, that would certainly help your resume, you know. Like if someone had that. But the cool thing about fiction is that as long as the story is okay, so that's what I did. And that's what this book is. Prophet of God. It's a fiction story imbued with spiritual concepts. So, if that makes sense. But, yeah, you talked about it. Oh, I read that. Man, I hope it works. Thanks. Jitsu, oh, so gay. What's wrong with gay? Yeah, it sounds possible, and people who read still get the point. Yeah, if you read the story through, I know I wrote it, so I'm biased, but I think people would get the point. Like the message of what it's trying to say about faith, religion, God, etc. I can write an essay about anything I see. You should. Hello, Liani Bausch. How are you? Thanks for the wave. I fucked up the college thing for now. But why you need a degree to write a book about your faith in something? Pedigree. I don't know if you know that word. I didn't. Pedigree, like your reputation. It's all reputation. Like if you already have a following, if somebody already had a following, they wouldn't need a degree because you already have a following. But a degree kind of puts a certain amount of credibility behind your name, even in those circles, because at the end of the day, it's all about sales and money. No publisher is going to take on your project if they don't think it's going to sell, obviously. So having a degree to the general public, even on things like spirituality and things of an ethereal nature that aren't applied sciences or whatever, even on those things, a degree is pretty important. It's not impossible to have no degree and publish something like that. It just helps a lot. Plus, you get connections. You go to university, you get to know, you rub shoulders with certain people. You know, it's all kinds of stuff like that. Hey, thanks. I hope you have a lovely day too. Life of living. Where are you from? Michigan. Why don't you publish by yourself or put it on the internet? I did. That's what this is. Oh, you mean the spiritual book? I'm sorry. So my idea is to do that. Exactly what you said. Yeah, is to eventually publish the spiritual book in the same way that I published this one, just self-publish, I guess. The thing is I wanted to gain a momentum so that it's just not another thing thrown into the wind. Damn, that hair is luscious as fuck. Thank you. In the audio version too. Yeah. Israel Zog. Are you a Freemason? I am not. I've been accused of being a Freemason many times. You look like John Morrison. I don't know who that is. Jay. Sir, we all know you're gay. I think we went over this. I'm not gay, I'm bi. And you should start to preach it. If people love it, they will listen to you. It's pretty much it. You either like it or you don't, and that's fine. You know. What is Freemason? So it's a secret society. It's not so secret. Do you know what a secret society is? Oh, Jim Morrison. Yeah, he's the... Speaking of hair, he's the dude who... Audio Slave? No. I'm sorry if that's way off. I saw you post about eschatology. I presume you're Christian. See, that's the thing is... Well, not really, no. I'm not... I'm Sunesis. I don't know another word for it. It's kind of my own thing. If somebody were to say, "Are you a Christian?" like you just did, I'd say no. Because Christianity has so much, forgive me, baggage, that to say I'm a Christian is a whole other explanation. That's not to say that I don't believe personally that there are big parts of the Christian tradition, Christian values, and the Bible that are inspired. That's a whole separate thing. I'm not anti-Christian. It's a whole long story. BMW. Is that another BMW reference? Why do people... It's like... What's going on here? Like Tucker Carlson says. What's going on here? Oh, I know what a Mason is. I was just curious of Freemason, maybe some other thing. What's really weird is I was at a church once and a guy gave me a handshake that was a Freemason. He gave me this handshake. He was an old guy. And then I looked weird at our hands and looked back up at him, and he quickly switched it. Like he realized that he made a mistake. And I was like... And then also people have asked me before, like, are you a Freemason? I'm like, no, I'm not. I've been invited to Freemasonry, but my religion is a little more like open. Israel Zog. I understand often when people say they are, it's only nominal. At least you study it. Okay, nice choice, BMW. Are you trying to give me a BMW? I'll take it. Jitsu. You have a boyfriend? No, not currently. It'd be very difficult for me to get a boyfriend. 98.3% of other men, there's nothing there. Absolutely nothing. So that's why when people are like, "You're gay," I'm not gay. It's a hard thing to it's a quality. It's not a quantifiable measure. It's not like that's a whole topic in and of itself. But to me, orientation is just immaterial. I'm ambivalent. I believe Christian values are foundation of free society. If you look around the world, best societies are Christian ones, most free ones. Do you think, Stephen, that those values are derivative of Christianity, or that they preceded them and that Christianity kind of adopted them? Or do you think that Christianity is responsible for those values? Opus, message redacted. Okay. Melissa Cat, oh wow, que hermoso y hermosas ojos. I can't speak Spanish, I'm sorry. Unless that's Portuguese. I want BMW, which model? I will edit the car and upload it on my channel. I know not car models. Wait a minute. Message redacted. One day you'll get a good boyfriend and girlfriend, trip lovers. See, I don't know if I'm into the polyamory thing. I've never done that. I think you're quite confused about a lot of things, but that doesn't make you bad. Just do some more soul searching. Okay, I'll try. They said you have a very nice eyes, wolf-like eyes. Yeah. People have said I not look like a wolf, but have wolf energy or whatever. It's interesting. Women are scary. Honestly, people are scary. In general. It's a general statement to make, but there are some scary people, I'll put it that way. Trip lovers is not a word, I just made it up. Huh. That's kind of a cool word. The sun just expanded by 1 inch, and Australia is underwater. Really? There was no notification for that? Seriously? I would wonder how the internet's still running. Hi, Micah. What's up, Shadow Band? Were you on here before? Hi. What happened to Clippy? Thanks for dropping in. What's on your mind? Hello, sir. Hello, how are you? Happy Friday. What's happening? A lot. How are you, Anarchy? Yes, I called you Timu Christian Bale. Oh, yeah, I remember. That was funny. It's pretty true. Bro, are you baked? No, I'm just sitting here. My only drug is the Holy Spirit. It's the best drug there is. My day bad, but how your day or night? My day was alright. I did a lot of like outside work today. I think that's partly why my eyes are the way they are, because like all this leaf mulch and not like actual leaves, not marijuana, but like the allergies. I don't ever get allergies except in the fall. Why was your day bad though, Cody? Same thing, Natalie. You have tired eyes, or are you sleepy at all? I am kind of sleep. Are you asleep at all? I haven't slept in a minute. I've been reading the book of Revelations. How's that been for you? You look depressed. Is it because haircuts are super expensive there? No, I actually keep my hair this way for spiritual reasons and cut it myself. Man, I couldn't wait for the weekend. Are you gonna relax this weekend, Natalie? Are Pop-Tart sandwiches clown school? No, because they're a closed circuit. Melissa says, wow, you have a beautiful face and gorgeous eyes. You're so handsome. You're like a wolf. I'll leave you a like and then I'm off. I didn't come to listen to you. I came amazed and dazzled. Well, thank you for the like and stuff. I appreciate it. User, stop crying. Am I crying? Your beauty, lift your spirits and take frequent baths with coarse salt, cleanse your energy. You're very stressed. Kisses, beautiful. Stop by to leave you this message of love and light. Take it, it's for you, kisses. Thank you, appreciate it. I'll take it all. King of rainbows, man or woman? What do you mean? Say more. Add some more context to that. Is cereal a soup? Yes. Kisses. Have a good one, Melissa. You're from Argentina, huh? I will definitely do my best. Hopefully I can hide out for a hot minute. You have to deal with a lot of people during the week, Melissa? Or Natalie, excuse me. Do you like man or woman? See, that's the thing. How do I say this without sounding like a douchebag? So, give me a minute. It's like not quantifiable. So the answer I would give comes in layers. The first layer would be I like a soul of a person. The second layer would be based on my life experiences, the vast majority of the time I could only see myself being with a woman. That's more compatible. However, there are circumstances, both imagined and experienced, that I could see myself being with a man. Does that make sense? So it's not like either or, but because there's a spectrum. That's the word I was looking for. There's a spectrum. I'm on like the lower end of the spectrum. To put it in a very crude, un-PC way, I'm almost straight or mostly straight. Does that make sense? Hang on, I was yakking too much. You should rest. You seem tired. I'm gone on a bit. Or both. Yeah, you see what I mean? King of Rainbows. It's like both, but it's a shade of. It's a spectrum. And that's the thing with the nature of almost everything. In my opinion, everything you can think of, there's always a spectrum. We try to live in a world of cut and dry, black and white. It's just not reality. I mean, for efficiency's sake or whatever, to make sense of things, to cut it this or that, is the temptation to do that. But it's not so simple. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. That's cool. You have control over your mind to go outside of this, realize this, and you'll find strength. Hey, that's a quote from Seneca, isn't it? Well, you have tattoos. Yeah, I have like 8 of them. Most of them I cried. Is a muffin a cupcake without frosting? Your questions are my favorite. Is a muffin a cupcake without frosting? It depends on if the intention was to put frosting on it, is what I would say. Because if there was no intention that this pastry was going to have frosting, then it began and remains a muffin. If you took a cupcake and took the frosting off, it's a cupcake without frosting. It is not a muffin. Does that work? Yes, I do. So trying to find quiet would be hard. So it's important to take. See, I don't have any friends and I have no social life and nobody cares. So like, you know, it's really hard to make friends after 30. So I don't, my point in saying that was I don't I'm extroverted but circumstantially introverted. I would rather be around people, if that makes sense. But circumstances have led me to the point in my life where I'm pretty isolated most of the time. And that sucks. But I totally respect and appreciate people who are not that way and who need time. Hannah, nope. Nope to what? Escobar. Your Ankh tattoo is so cool. Yeah, the finger ones were like the most difficult to bear. I cried. The guy kind of was like not laughing at me. Slender L, big stinky farts are reality. Okay. King of Rainbows. That's cool. I'm open-minded. The world isn't black and white. It's full of colors. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Mod me. What does that mean? What does mod me mean? Oil. What's happening right now? Somebody help. Make me mod. OAP. That's a good one. Hola guapo. A cupcake is a muffin with bow ties. That's a cool one. Natalie. I'll be your friend if you mod me. I don't know what it means. Sean. Shaw. Schwaz. Yo, oil up. Oil up what? Is a hot dog a taco? If by taco you mean any substance within the boat of an edible bread, then yes. This is not therapy. This is wacky sleeping. It can be therapy if you want to talk about shit. I don't give a shit. Absolutely not. It's a sin to even compare a mundane hot dog to the divine and almighty taco. I actually am repulsed by hot dogs and they're against my religion. I'm sorry. Feel free though, knock yourself out. Baby Luigi, Trump, whatever. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, Jesus, so whoever believes in him shall not perish, but shall have everlasting life. Is a plain bagel a dinner roll that got a hole punched in it? Does it have the same recipe as a dinner roll? For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, Jesus. Whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but shall have everlasting life. John 3:16. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow isn't promised, today is in your hands. It's in my hands and it's quickly slipping out. Natalie says, sorry, lame joke. What was your joke? I'm sorry, my eyes are old. I'm trying to read this tiny ass writing. Do you plan on getting another tats? Yes. I kind of have to. Eventually. Diddy. What's up, bud? SLB, how are you? Al Bundy. I'm so homophobic that when I eat a hot dog, I have to start in the middle. Oh my god. That's a good one. All those priests, why did God let that happen? Because God's letting is what makes anything happen. Good, evil, both. But those things come around and the circle is complete. And that which was broken is made whole again. So it works out. But that doesn't make it any less real. Irish Rose. Mod me means they want you to make them a moderator on your channel. Don't do it unless you know them. They can control your life. Bonjour. Tout va bien, toi? Ça va bien. Je suis Christopher. Je habite America. Et toi? King of Rainbows, Al Bundy. Oh, you're talking to him. Trump says he's a Christian, but didn't even know John 3:16. Nope, I don't drink soda or alcohol. Trump. Well, a lot of people use Christian as like a buzzword to be like, I'm a good person. But then you scratch the surface just a little bit. It's all a facade. You are my young friend. I'm turning 47. Oh, that's pretty soon. Happy early birthday. Young? 47 is young. What are you talking about? What kind of music do you like? Anything that sounds good. The only music I don't like is this roommate I had played me this song, and he was like, it's the greatest song I ever heard. You gotta hear it. And I listened to it. It was one song, one of the few handfuls of songs in my life where I couldn't listen to it anymore. I had to take the dial and turn it because I was literally, it was insufferable. And it was just like, it's one of the few songs. Most songs that I don't like, you can still listen, you can hear them. But this one was just straight garbage. And I felt terrible because I didn't say anything, but I was like, damn. Because he was hyping it up so much. And it was some indie band or something. Just someone beating on a xylophone with some drums. Like, what the fuck is this shit? No regular Christian ever will be the massive man-made fake Bible verses by memory. No regular Christian ever will know the massive and man-made fake Bible verses by memory. You know, the only thing I would change about you was that new teeth. Natalie, Al Bundy. Oh, sorry. This world has fallen. God washed his hands of it till his second coming. See, the thing is in my religion, should I get into that stuff? I don't know. I don't know if anyone even cares. It's a long story. Little, what? Your last name to mine. What's my last name? Oh, it's cool. Oh wait, here we go. Is a plain rice cake a giant unsalted communion? Do they make communion wafers out of rice? If they do, then yes. And an early happy birthday to you, Nana. Je suis fatigue. Je suis fatigue too. Natalie, you look so tired. Those energy drinks are not good energy levels. I know. I watched a whole video on it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to quit. I believe in God, but don't go to man-made church or read the man-made Bible. But see, the thing is that like, how do you think that God, the Creator, could use human beings in order to? Because what else would God use in order to make sense to human beings? You see what I'm trying to say? I hate modern rap, except if you. Am I missing like 3,000 chats here? I'm sorry. I'm trying to read quick. You should listen to Vaiki. It's Japanese rock. If you believe in invisible man in the sky, you should immediately seek help. Well, yeah, if you believe in invisible man. Well, I don't know. To each their own. Thank you, Caleb. Jeff. Name. Sure. I subscribe. You're a solid dude. Keep on speaking your truth. A lot of good talking points. Thank you, Slender L. I appreciate it. I really do. Your viewership is my honor. Yeah, you see what I mean, Natalie? Do as thou will. Are you quoting Aleister Crowley? Crazy part is that human heart is never satisfied. Yeah, I guess it's not. What's Megadeth? My guy, you're the one making fun for me believing greater being. Oh, you're talking to them. Dude from the X-Files. John Wick, X-Files, Jim Morrison, homeless, on drugs, high. Hello, Radatina. The Bible has some truth to it, but living by it word for word is not a viable option. That's true, King of Rainbows. Because, like, where'd the Bible come from? Like, how was it made? Megadeth is a thrash metal band. I see. There's actually some really heavy, like, black metal songs or death metal songs I know from, like, Scandinavian rock bands. I like that. I like some of them. Some of them I can't understand, but do you support our glorious King Donald Trump III? Trump is just the tip of the iceberg, man. I'm just being real. This whole thing is very orchestrated. To quote Captain Kirk, why would God need a starship? Yes, that was Aleister Crowley. God doesn't need. Black metal is sick. I love it. I listen to Norwegian black metal. Yeah, there's a few like Bathory. There's this song by Dimmu Borgir, which I thought was pretty sweet. Trump rules. Says tone deaf. This is what I believe. Wait, I'm interested in this. This is what I believe. The Bible might have been at one point a legitimate testimony of holy events, words from God himself and whatnot, but it's hard to believe that after all this time. OMG, I saw Metallica in Philly. Super cool. Metallica is basically canon to me. They came to Grand Rapids in Michigan a couple years ago, and I had the opportunity to go, but I had to work overtime. I mourn to this day because it was like the one chance I'd ever see Metallica in person. I'm not even sure what I would become if I went to a Metallica concert. We're all sinners, and if you read, you'll understand that a lot of the old rules from Old Testament eliminated by Jesus' sacrifice for us. Some remain, but all your needs is truly. Right. I've read your book. I don't believe in it at all. Whose book? Did you read my book? Prophet of God by Chris Cooper. Available on Amazon in 3 formats. Or you mean the Bible? You're from Michigan. I'm from Muskegon. Nice. Is that near Holland? Sorry, that's my pet rabbit. White man, go to sleep. White skin, go to sleep. You on drugs? No. I saw Metallica in Grand Rapids, Charlotte. It's incredible. The second concert I've never been to. I'm really jealous. I literally cried. Best day of my life. Bonus, I got to see Pantera too. Wait, you have a book? Yeah, that's why. The first hour of the stream, I was reading a chapter. It's called Prophet of God. I put it in the description. I hope it shows up, but I have no idea how this live stuff works. It's a fiction novel. It's got a lot of spiritual stuff in it. But yeah, it's about a group of guys that go to work for this church, and then the church winds up being not what they thought it was. But yeah, it's on Amazon. I self-published. It's PRFIT, like profit money. It would make sense if you read it, why it's called that. That's what it looks like in paperback. It's like $18. But on my channel, I have a lot more talking about it and stuff. Above Holland, behind Grand Haven. No, I haven't read that Prophet of God book. I read the entire New and Old Testament more than once. Really? Damn. Yeah, Muskegon's pretty up there, isn't it? Have you read A Stranger in a Strange Land? No. Was good. Horowitz? No, that's not Horowitz. Howard. Money. Yeah, like the reason I call it profit, it's a play on words. Like, I hope people don't think I just don't know how to spell profit, but yeah, it's a play on words that if you read the story, it would make sense. It's not that long. It looks kind of thick, but compared to other fiction novels, check it out if you feel like it. I mean, tell me what you think. If it's crap, if it's good, whatever. I really appreciate your readership. I'm a writer myself. Are you, Natalie? What do you write? I don't read books, homie. That's okay. OMG, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, feel free. Let me know what you think. Um, any feedback is very useful to me. What time where you are? 11 something p.m. Working on one as we speak. What are you working on? You should read Stranger in a Strange Land. It's really good. That does sound familiar, Chris. I used to read books, but now I just read the internet. That's understandable. In all honesty, if I was a Hollywood producer, I would just make this book a movie because it would be, when I was writing it, I was watching it and then writing it down. Like, I did my best to transfer what I was seeing into words. But good luck getting the attention of that being some dude from Michigan. You know what I mean? I'm working on it though. I used to read books, but now, oh, sorry. 1:30, 1:53 a.m. here. Are you in Ireland? Are you in Europe somewhere? Pacific? No. If you're talking to me, Eastern. I love anything medieval. I write about love and war. Right now, I'm working on a book of poetry. I love poetry. It's so packed with emotions and reality at the same time. If you think that way, writing, make YouTube videos. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah. 10:55 p.m. here. You must be on the same thing then. Because I think it's about 11. It feels like it's 3 a.m., but I don't think it's that late. It's just been a long day. East Coast is. What? No, it isn't. What? Is it really almost 2 in the morning? Oh my god. Believe in yourself, brother. You don't need any outside contribution. Contribution to what? That will dull your personal vision. I see what you're saying. It's hard to not get lost in your own head. I would be keenly interested, positive or negative, what someone who read this book thought of it, because it's been in my head this whole time. So I don't know if I'm crazy or not. I think it's good, but I wrote it. So obviously I'm biased. But I would wonder the weak points, the strong, you know what I'm saying? When you do something yourself, just out of morbid curiosity. I'm in American Virginia. I don't think I've been to Virginia. I was in West Virginia once on a camping trip. That was funny. Was it hard to write your book? Like, was it hard to transfer what you saw into text? The hardest part for me was the technical stuff, like dialogue, where to put commas, format. The hardest part, honestly, especially with self-publishing, is you have to do everything yourself, meaning formatting, computers, spelling, like everything is you have to be the editor, the creator, the writer, the advertiser, the marketer. Like with computers, I suck. I literally grew up just as computing typing classes were becoming a thing. So I never grew up knowing how to type very well, or maybe I was just behind, I don't know. But I literally type like that, like almost like this. So like it was the computer shit that was the hardest part, just getting it out. If I could have like dictated it almost, it would have been better. But I've done my very best. I've revised it. I revised the manuscript a million times over. I checked everything I could. And then the hard drive on my laptop exploded. So this is what it is. Ever see a UFO? No, but I really want to. Natalie, I'm in Arizona. That's where my ex-wife lives. You need rest. Really? Are you telling me to go away? Omkar Godzilla. Sure, chat away. I'm here. I'm here for you. Of course, we're biased about our own writing. We have to be. Well, see, I'm not even a big fiction reader. So writing fiction was challenging. And I've yet to see whether that challenge was met or not. It's really good. Ridley Scott directed it. Oh, sorry. Oh, there's more. I'm interrupting people's conversations. I'm more talking about movie producers or funding. I'll check your book out, man, and send you some feedback and critique. It's good to see how it translates to someone's own mindset. I'd really appreciate it if I could just like give these out for free, like I 100% would. The point is the message. Honestly. 67. Hi, Jacob. That was my old boss's name. I hope that's not you. You look like the actor named Taylor Kitsch. No, never that. You just seem so tired. I'm quite tired. Is it true that you can sing like Whitney Houston? Where did you hear that from? I wish I could sing like. No, I can't. You're so chill. I love your vibe and enjoy watching your lives. Thank you so much. I'm glad that I'm enjoyable, at least. I wish I could light a cigarette. But I think Vicky would pop on this live and yell at me. What's the name of your book? Hold on. It's called Prophet of God. This is what it looks like. PRFIT of God. It's by Chris Cooper. It's got like a short description on the back. But yeah, on this live, I put a description and a link to the direct Amazon thing if you wanted to check it out. But after this live is over, my plan was to archive it because in the beginning of the live, I read chapter 3. So what I want to do is put chapters in video form so that people can like just check out the middle of the book or something to see if they'd even consider it, because Amazon only offers a blip, and it's like, I don't know, like if I was considering it Barnes and Noble, for example, if I was looking at a fiction book, I'm looking at like the last second to last page, I'm looking at the middle, like so just reading the beginning is like, okay, it could be good, it may not be, but is it worth $18? Like so I want to give the person who's considering it the most useful tools to help their consideration. Does that make sense? But yeah, it's called Prophet of God. And it's spelled like that. And actually, I found out that if you type in Prophet of God on Amazon, it's like the first result, because the title is just by itself. There's no other title like there's Prophet of God, obviously, like the actual word. But no, I was happy that that's a unique. So yeah, that's all you'd have to type in, and it should pop right up. Thank you for asking. Your hair is so pretty. How long did it take to grow out? I actually shaved it like 1.5 years ago. I originally, prior to me shaving it for work, because we, at a certain project, we had to keep wearing hard hats, and it kept getting caught, so I just shaved the fucking thing. But originally, I had it like down to here. So I'm trying to grow it back out just in perpetuity. But thank you for the compliment. We're finally getting into the low 80s here. Where'd you say you're from? Arizona? Natalie? Quitting smoking 15 years ago, only smoke blunts and joints now. I see, Chris. Yeah, Vishnev. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the name of it. Thank you for asking. Yeah, it's like, it doesn't show up the link. Do you have any idea? I should have the link somewhere in there. But if it doesn't show up, what do I do? You could, like, are you able to just look on Amazon and type it in? Like, I know that's a lot, like, I've got a QR code. Does this do anything? No. I don't know how this stuff works, if I'm being honest. I miss Barnes & Noble. Chris says, the one in the mall. I go to the movies. It closed almost 2 years ago. That's the worst part when you hear it gets caught. Yeah. What do you do work in? Hardscaping. I build walls, patios, shit like that. It's the cold season now, though, so I'm going to have to switch jobs. Tucson. That's where my ex-wife lives. Do you like Baker Mayfield? Trevor. I'm not sure who that is. Hi, how are you doing? I'm Jeremy. Hello, Jeremy. Can I please ask you something if you're free? I'm pretty free. Ask away. Chris, it's got a dinosaur on it. It's nice. Yeah, I thought that was cute. It just produced that by itself. The little dinosaur. These are some flyers I made. I just posted in random places. I don't know how effective it was, but a little dinosaur on there. It works? Oh, really? Was that easy? Shit, okay. That's what I wanted to do, is I wanted to take this QR code into little business cards and just leave them in random places everywhere. Maybe even out of context. Just like lying on a bench. Well, no, because people would think it was like hacking and shit. With like a title, book, Prophet of God, QR code. Daryl, do you have a pair of boots with laces? All if you do, what's your favor? If you have a pair of boots with laces, what's your favor, Daryl? I want some ice cream. Go get some ice cream then. I love ice cream. Like that. Raj, bro, you look like a troll. I saw a movie where they had characters like that. Thanks. How about chocolate and almonds? That would probably get people more interested. Placing the cards in random places. Well, see, there was a time where I was at a random gas station, and you know how sometimes they'll have little cards and stuff by the register? There was this smoke shop, this dispo center. I think it was called like Rise or something. But they had stickers sitting, like a stack of them, on the counter at the gas station. And the sticker was so cool by itself that I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'm taking one of these stickers. So, like, just as an example, stickers. Like, who doesn't like stickers? I don't know. Stuff like that. I don't have any crumb has forsaken me. Chocolate almonds sounds tasty. Use lotion on forehead before applying minnow. The lines? You don't like the lines on my forehead? I think I have a lump on my forehead too. My head is like, I've been hit by a shovel a few times. Brother, where is from? Michigan. Where are you from? It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose. Hi. Decorate the card and it will definitely get people interested. That's what I'm saying. I'm just not an artist. And I'm taking a lot of money to do that. Good morning, Total Energy. Minoxic. I don't know how to say that. I am Indian. That's cool. How is India? Michigan, that's Evil Dead country. Is it really? Please, can you do me a favor with your boots, please? Why do you keep talking about my boots? Do you need boots, man? I'll send some to you. What do you mean you got hit with a shovel a couple times? So digging trenches and shit. There was this shovel that's an all steel spade shovel. They call it a super shovel. But there was a specific one that was in the inventory when we use tools that bends. So the handle is just a giant steel bar. One time I was digging out a shrub and I was using a lot of force and it snapped back and literally docked me like right square in the head with the steel. And that was the second time that happened. The first time was across the jaw. That shit hurt. Especially the jaw one. It knocked the wind out of me. It humbles you. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? What's your go-to fragrance? Well, according to the rules of my religion, I can't apply like certain kinds of deodorant and stuff. I could do oils, like natural oils and stuff. I just don't bother. If I'm being totally honest. Yeah, the Evil Dead trilogy was shot. There was in North Carolina. Okay, Chris. OMG, that's a whole thing. Where are from, bro? Michigan. Bringing out 2 corn dogs with a little mustard, son. Is that? Oh. Goddamn, that sounds painful. The hell, you're lucky you didn't break your jaw. I know, it knocks the wind right out of me. Almost cried. Can you please do me the favor? Do you like boots, Daryl? Do you like them a lot? What do you want me to do with the boots, Daryl? Tell me, Daryl. What do you want me to do with the boots? Musky scent. I use like body wash that has like natural sandalwood, stuff like that. Do you count that as a fragrance? I just don't like spray myself with stuff. Which religion do you follow, if you don't mind me saying? It's my own religion. It's called Sunesis. Whitey, you still awake? Yes. Suck it. Hey, son, how are you? Hey, what's up? Suck it, how are you? Stop crying. Is that the same Simon that came in before? I need to stare at the back of my eyes for a while. Y'all have a beautiful night. Okay, Natalie, you take care. I hope you're doing okay. Blessed be. Total energy video. Bro, stop crying. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. There's nothing wrong with crying. If you have to cry, it's okay. I don't know who told you there was something wrong with crying. Current Eddie, are you sad? I am that I am. Wickenstein. Wickelstein. He's not crying. Total energy. What happened, baby? You are crying. Am I crying? What if you were crying and you didn't even realize it? You have someone to talk to, right? No. I just stare at a wall all day. Into the abyss. Love from India, stay hard. I'll try to stay hard. You too. You stay hard. No, thank you. I do appreciate it. I'm just kidding. Stop trolling. Thoughts on Billy Woods. Who's that? I'm sorry, I don't know who Billy Woods is. You look sad or just sleepy. I'm a little sleepy. You not happy, bro. I cry every night. It's horrible. I'm just kidding. I don't, but it's okay if you do. Said okay. It's cold outside. Yeah, it's cold outside. Brother, we all go through stuff. Stay strong. Try to talk to people. It helps. I'm trying, man. I'm really trying. I need a cigarette. Billy Woods is a rapper, a pretty good rapper if you're sad. I thought he was a country singer. Huh. No, but seriously though. Oh, my arm. It's so hard getting old. Oh. I have one question. What's 23 plus 44? 67. What is up with that number? What is that? Can somebody just tell me straight up? It's a meme? What is 67? What is that? I've seen it come up 300 times. I'm so under a rock, man. Trying is enough. Thanks. Are you okay, Earl? You are trying song, please, sir. Why is chat trolling? 67. It's a meme. I'm just gonna Google it later. I'm just curious. You're doing your best, and that's enough right now. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm actually not doing my best, but mostly. Why are you outside partying? Shit. I'm too old. Not that you can't party when you're old. I just like my back hurts. Why aren't you outside partying? 105. We appreciate you sharing your time with us. Hope you're taking care of yourself too. That's so kind of you. Your time is my charity. That was sitting out a little too long. It's a little clumpy. Please, brother, you sing a song. Please speak now. Like Christmas Carol? What are you talking about? You're a cool guy. Don't listen to the haters. That's okay. Westy, bro, you watching him? Why are you not outside partying? What happened to the Daryl asking about my boots? He never answered my question, Daryl. Where'd you go, Daryl? Come back. Ask at this point in my life, it really affects me almost negative. Like, I've been drinking these for like 3 years. It's really sad. Stop drinking, everyone's to sleep. How old are you, papas? They tell me I'm 34. You are ignoring me. I'm not ignoring you, Total Energy. What is your name? Tell me your name. Your first name. Eat some lasagna. Oh my god, that sounds good. Holy shit, 5 cheese lasagna? Just a chunk of it. Total Energy. Abhishek. Really? That's a sweet ass name. My name's Connor Webb. Hi, Connor. My first name is Mike. Hi, Mike. I'm Chris. Switch it with water or like juice, healthy juice. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm just. I was stuck alone in a dark place for a long time until I found my girlfriend. Best part of time is that it was always. Best part of time is that it always changes. Yeah, that's true for sure. Um, my ex-wife left me. Well, it's a lot more complex than that. She's really cool. She's a good person. I was a bad husband. We're still friends. I really, really thought, like, I admire how intelligent she was. Just amazingly intelligent. Knew stuff about so much. I miss our conversations sometimes. That's the worst part of time. You just get older and fatter. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. You are lost your girlfriend. Pretty much, yeah. Well, do you want to know? Like, I don't want to, like, dump all this shit. Hi, how are you doing? What's up? I'm doing good, Pink Fur. How are you? OMG, I have a pet rabbit. What's the rabbit's name? His official name was John Adams, after the president, but I just call him Bubby because he looks more like a Bubby, like kind of fat. He's a good boy, sorta. He doesn't do much. He doesn't say a whole lot either. 34 is in midlife. I'm 46. I had no idea what I was doing even at 42. I see. My arms actually make it easier to read. 34. Eat hundreds. I mean, grilled cheese burritos, man. It will get better. It's a lot of grilled cheese. Yes, he want to hear, man. By the way, you kind of look like John Wick. You really think so? We love to hear if that's okay with you. Hear about what? I already forgot it. Oh, the wife thing? Good, thanks. We were. So basically, we started off as friends. We met at this church place. It it was, looking back, kind of a marriage of convenience. It wasn't like one of those big deals where like we had a big old wedding and all. It was more like her family was pretty traditional, so you couldn't cohabitate unless you got married. So we were like, fuck it, let's just get married. Um, but she was really, really intelligent. She showed me her journal where she would like write her thoughts and stuff, and I was like, what? Um, with her for about 6 years. We were married about 6 years, with her for almost 7. And then we, the truth is, I might as well tell you. The truth is, I figured out that she was unhappy with me, and I felt like she was like stuck, but didn't want to rock the boat. So I initiated, and I was like, "Listen, why don't we just take a break?" Um, and then 2 weeks later, she got with a guy that she was friends with, and that was that. What is 67? What the fuck is that? Sorry, that sucks. Well, I still like her, and like we're still friendly. It's just like we were friends. I miss my friend sometimes. Does that make sense? Like the conversations we had were incredible. But the guy I met the guy like twice, 3 times, I think. Tried to be really friendly with him. Whatever. Then they moved out to Arizona. Oh man, don't beat yourself up, man. You did nothing wrong. No, it's cool. I mean, I'm happy she's happy. I lost my wife to a drunk driver. Holy shit, I'm sorry. I was lost faith in God, any hope in continuing life. After a long time, I found my purpose and ended up beating my analogy up. I'm so glad to hear that, Kara Eddie. I'm glad that you found that healing, because that's just fucking terrible what you went through. Them 4K trays, they gonna slump something. What do you mean by that? You come to India. Total energy. I almost did go to Dharamshala. I was friends with this woman from India. Dharamshala, I think it's pronounced. It's in the upper northwest near Pakistan. But we had a political disagreement and she disowned me. So, Brian, you can call my friend Eric. He owes me money from the bank and he blocked my number so I can't call him myself. December 13th, 2025. What is that? India people be like a. Yeah, it was something stupid. I mean, to me, it was stupid, but to her, it was like, no, you're fucking over. I'm like, what I say? It's whatever. Is a relationship something you're looking for now or no? Yeah, I'm just like cool with it. I feel like stuff that is meant to happen happens. That I would much rather allow the places or the pieces to fall into place than to just chase and chase. I'm too old for that shit. Like I know what I want. You know what I mean? That's pretty much my attitude. I know that's a cliche, maybe for a reason. Butterfly Bandit, hey, how's it going? We must have faith in God and find our purpose. Everything will be alright after that. Yeah, that's true. So what's your next step with your situation? Which situation? Hey, yo. What's up, Butterfly? Sorry I said that about your ex-wife, but yeah, that's super messed up. No, I don't care. Like, it is fucked up. Like, it didn't feel good when it happened because it was literally like 2 weeks later. And the other thing is too that it was I'm trying not to shit talk her, but she basically, because she's a good person, and it was circumstantial. But she was she forbade me from having any friends basically. But when she met this guy at a place she worked, And she kind of on and off talked to him, texted him. In fact, I teased her about it a few times. I was like, hey, he's sending you like smiley emojis and shit. Looking back, it's kind of funny. But at one point she was like, if you want, I will never talk to him again. You know? And I was like, why would I do that? If you care for me, if you love me, you'll just come back to me. Right? I'm not gonna keep you in a cage. Metaphor, you know. I'm not gonna I will trust you. Like if you truly cared, you'd level with me. Even if you had feelings for somebody, tell me. Like, let's talk about it. That's that kind of level. And I think the biggest thing with her was just it felt like heartbreak to begin with, but really what it was disappointment. Because I thought that we were there, but I guess not. I don't know, it was weird. But we make much better, like, friends. Game over, bye. See you later. She probably was already seeing that guy behind your back. That's what a lot of people have said, and God only knows. It felt too quick to be like, had to be something. I mean, you know, which is funny because we always kind of joked, like, if we ever break up, would you ever be with someone? And she was, I wouldn't be with anyone for like a year at least. 2 fucking weeks. She's goofy. She probably was already seeing, yeah. Are you still coming over tonight? I didn't know I was coming over, Ethan. Yeah, man, that's super messed up. I'm sorry you dealt with that. It's whatever now. But I pray, depending on how long it was, moving on could feel easy to them, but then again, it would also hurt other people's feelings. Why didn't she allow you to have friends? Well, she didn't allow me to have women as friends. I don't know. Didn't trust me? Which is funny because I don't want to sound like a whatever. Someone else stirring her porridge, bro. Easy come, easy go, I suppose. Don't go back to her, whatever you do. No, it's over. It's gone. You're my big bro. Nice. I need a cigarette. Can't smoke in here. I have guy friends. I think it comes down to either insecurity or like, yeah, you're right. It's pretty much that. You're right. Someone else's problem. Sometimes I wonder, just curious, if she treats me this or treats him the same as she did me. Makes me wonder. I am subscribed to your channel. Thank you. Appreciate it. Everything helps. My P999. How are you? Thanks for the wave. Cable dog, don't do drugs. I'll try. Some people bring out the best, some the worst. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Virginia. No. Well, I appreciate y'all coming on. Yeah, that's true. Maybe they have no problems and get along like two peas in a pod. I don't know. I just couldn't be yelled at that much. Bolo Bahai. Forget what she is doing. She got friends. Yeah, a lot. Yeah. I'm happy that she's happy and safe. At least. That's my consolation. Are you gonna go to sleep? You really should. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Been on here almost 3 hours. But I really appreciate y'all coming in. Did you ever cheat on her? No. No, I didn't. Can I say this? I could have. Very easily. But I didn't. Because I wouldn't do that. I'm not saying I could have. There were situations that I didn't keep. Some people keep reserves. Or they keep backup plans. That type of shit. All my bridges were burned. So that when it was over, it was just over for me. But all her bridges were still intact. Hi. Is she abusive? What she did, I would consider insufferable. Well, what I mean is what she did, I wouldn't consider acceptable anymore. Hello, Abhishek. I'm gonna go to bed. I really hope you have a good rest. Hopefully, I'll catch you in the next live. All right, good night. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah. Are you talking like Donald Trump, bro? What do you mean? I'm here reaching out to you about your extended warranty. Did you call me earlier? You should become trans. It's made me happy. I'm glad it made you happy, but I'm definitely a cis man. Sir, I'm kidding. No, I'm not a slut. I'm not. You're from Afghanistan and Iran? Iran? Good night, sweet brother. Good night, Abhishek. Are you going to bed? My friend did all the major trans surgeries and is still unhappy. Interesting. I'm sorry to hear that. So my English is not good. Hi, first time here. Welcome. How are you? I'm getting ready to go to bed. But you should check out my channel. It's boring with no buds, huh? Yeah, it fucking is. Oh, you mean buds. Did the girl hurt you? Yeah, 100%. Living the dream. I hope you get good rest, cognitive dissonance. Sleep tight in the arms of Morpheus. I will try. Why does this video thumbnail Depi Turka? Because that's the cover of the book I wrote. It's called Prophet of God. It's a fiction novel about a fiction novel centering around like spiritual concepts. Bunch of guys go to work for this church that turns out to be something they didn't expect. Pretty short, but it's called Prophet of God. Profit as in money, like PRFIT. It's on Amazon. I like the eyeballs on there, and it's kind of purposeful. Yes, it's on Amazon, Pink Fur. If you type it in, it should be like the first thing that pops up. My channel also has a lot of videos. Do you write, sir? Yes. Why use Hindu symbols, not the crucifix? Well, because I'm not particularly Christian. But the eyes, honestly, I just made the cover on the free Canva thing. And the eyes are significant in the story. It would make sense if you knew the story. Yeah, it's on Amazon though. Here's a QR code. Those are pretty handy. Thank you, Yuki. Sir, can you say a Farsi sentence or two? No, I don't speak Farsi. I speak a little bit of Arabic from the Quran. Do Hindus have something like church? Yeah, sorta. Hinduism is extremely old. They have temples, shrines, gurus. Hinduism is a very interesting religion because it is broad. There's all kinds of different Hinduisms with all kinds of different gods, goddesses, demigods. It's 13:52 p.m. here, and I'm still at work. I just go outside and smoke some cigarette. Oh, that's awesome. Are you from Japan? I want a cigarette myself. Current Eddie, is that a pagan religion? So, pagan, I mean, how far do I go into this? Sorta, because pagan Pagan was a Latin term that was used originally to mean anybody non-Christian. So it was a very broad term. So in that sense, yes, it is pagan. But it's not pagan in the sense of being like Eurocentric pagan. Here, a book is on eBay too with 2 different covers. What? It's on eBay? Is it really? You fucking with me? Brother, you speak Hindi. I do not know. I am back. I lost you from Jeremy. Yeah, the boots guy. I won't forget to rest. Why don't you come back sometime, Yuki, okay? Pink Fur says, do you other languages? I'm learning French. I know the first 7 verses of the Holy Quran in Arabic. Why would it be on eBay? Thank you for telling me that. I wonder if things on Amazon are automatically on eBay. Let's hear the Arabic verses. You're looking rough. Okay. And then I'm gonna go to bed. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim. Ghil maghdubi alayhim. Wala dalin. Amin. That's the first 7 verses of the Quran. And then Ashhadu wa ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. That's called the Shahada, and it's basically like the Muslim declaration of faith. That's a whole story in itself. What is the meaning of life? Wait, hold up. I can't read that quick. It's being promoted, so that's good. Yeah, I would assume it's good, cognitive dissonance. I just wasn't aware of that. I'm going to look that up when I get off of here. Thank you for telling me. It's extremely useful information. I don't buy anything from Amazon. I'm sorry, I have to sell it, or it's sold on Amazon and eBay apparently. But it's because I published through them. So Jeff Bezos pretty much owns me. What is the meaning of life? Give me a second. Can you please go put them on and wear them? What is up with... Dude, casting spells. No, Arabic's a very beautiful language. I mean, the Quran is... I am talking your English, but you not understanding Hindi, so... Nobody is going out of the way to speak Hindi the same way people do English. English is more useful. Looking like Kid Larry. I watched a long interview on YouTube debunking Islam this week. Blew my mind. Yeah. If people find purpose in what they do and brings them closer to God, then I'm fine with that. Please, can you go out? Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm just tired as fuck. 9 minutes blurb about my book video was fantastic. Oh my god, you actually watched it? Thank you. Everything helps. Like, I just want to get it out there to see if it's crap or not. Please, can you do me this favor with them? Darrell. Is that you, Darrell? Did you find my YouTube? It's not the Darrell I'm thinking of. It's all a journey, searching for truth, peace, and love. It is all a journey. That's 100% true. Amen to that. Yo, what's up? Get some sleep, handsome. Hey there. Hey, Bill. Darrell. It's Jeremy. Sorry, Jeremy. It's my bad. Hey, Melissa. Why are you crying, Abhishek? I can't speak Hindi. I apologize. Yo, what's good, skater boy? I've never been on a skateboard in my life. I worked with a guy that was a great skateboarder. I've been following for a while. My favorite was Revelation 9. I wanted to keep reading Revelation, but then the world started getting crazy, so I just stopped. I read it personally, like on my own. But are you baked? No. I'm just learning to skate. I couldn't do it. I wish you luck, Gabriel. I fell and embarrassed myself. My back. Oh my goodness. Almost did an oldie. You should do more. I don't know why you stopped. Do more of the short videos blurb thing. I just did that one yesterday, I think. But thank you. Do you wish you were baked? No, I get paranoid by weed. What about you? And I've fallen a lot, but it's part of the process. It is part of the process. You're right, Gabriel. You say namaste. Yeah, because my ex-wife was a Hindu. Namaste. We went to the Rath Yatra together. Krupi Kropo. Hi, how are you? Please, can you put them on, please? Jeremy, you want me to send you some Timberlands? What did you say? Take the laces off or something? Please describe it. It's not the first time I've been told to do weird shit with my boots. I don't mean to shame you if that's your thing, but I ended up figuring out that I didn't enjoy hurting my body enough to skate. That's what that one dude was telling me too. So what archaeological things excite you? Oh my god. Rome. digging up old stuff. You ever see that British TV show called Time Team? You should look it up on YouTube. Whatever that show is, that's what excites me. I'm higher than a giraffe. Please, can you put them on? You ever been to the West Coast? I think it'd be good. I think so too. I agree. Pink fur. I have been to California. I have relatives that live in San Diego. I have been there like a dozen times, and I'm probably going to leave soon to live there, in all honesty. I absolutely love it. Universe, you are short. Has nearly 1,000 views. You should do more. See, do you think that I should just this is where I'm confused. Because on the one hand, I'm trying to promote this book. I have to do that. It's obligatory that I show it. That's the rule. But on the other hand, the universe within you thing you're talking about was specifically my religion. So, like, do I just kind of like do both? Okay, untie them and wear them untied. I've done that before, Jeremy. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm okay, Mr. Wonderful. I'm just trying to figure out what Jeremy's trying to get me to do. He's been on here like an hour talking about untying boots and walking backwards. I've done that. I just did that today. They don't slip off. Are you trying to like get me to trip? Have you been to Georgia? As a kid, I lived in Georgia. I lived in Savannah, Dahlonega, Atlanta. I was very little. I barely remember it. But Tybee Island, I lived there. Why do you seem down? You seem smart and intelligent. I'm tired as fuck. You do rituals. Yes. No, I want to see them. I don't have them in here, man. Do you like boots, Jeremy? Do you like them a lot? Hello, Chris Late Night. How are you? Smart and intelligent people usually are down. True. You're looking my... What? You're looking my uncle. I shall mother. You look like Rockstar in the coolest way possible. Thank you. Appreciate it, Megan. I live closer to Lake Georgia. People say it's haunted. There's been a lot of drowning accidents. Huh. Silky Wilkie. Do you like blacks? Yes. Darrell. Jeremy, can you please put them on and wear them untied? Is this what they call like a bot? It can't be, because then he says, I do like them. I'm well, darling. I can call Christina. Hello. You ever dated someone from the trans community? You seem very open-minded. Not dated, but I had an encounter. That's the best I can do right now. They were really cool. I knew a couple trans people. But yeah, we didn't date or anything. They were a super cool person. Bonjour. Do you believe in paranormal presence? Very much. Sorry, bye, I am joking. Abhishek? I have size 13 grip fast steel toe boots, 24 eyelets. Holy shit, for real? Damn. I do like them, please. Can you go talk to this guy? YMUS2CK. Jeremy, talk to him about boots. The Jeremy boot fetish comments are not visible for me. Oh, really? Please, can you go get them? Please, please, please. He's like begging. What do you describe how you like the boot? I mean, I'm not trying to shame or anything. I went to school with this dude that loved to wear Daisy Dukes and listen to Tina Turner, who I'd crashed his bad checks for. Interesting. Bro, you were junkie. Bro, you were junkie. Shut up. Okay, I'll shut up forever. Jeremy, Bobby Groot 666. Baby, sorry. Are you gay? No, I am bi. Hi. I like them untied. It's too late for me. The hell is that? Your cousin told me your room smells like shit. Okay? But straight people can be the same. Straight. About boots? Did I miss something? Damn, those are cool sounding boots, though. Your cousin told me about it. Please, can you go get them? Jeremy, why don't you just go to some shoe store? There's probably a shoe depot. Have you ever heard of that? They sell boots for like 25 bucks on discount. Just endless walls of unlaced boots that you have to buy and then lace yourself. You may like that. I would recommend. The female body is beautiful, you. The female body is beautiful, you. Herb. I would agree. Your father told me the same thing. Said what? Being bi is like eating vanilla and chocolate ice cream together and you call it. It sounds delicious. Your whole family told me the same thing. What are you going on about? What's your name, user primed? Tell me your first name. Tell me your first name. God hates you, God hates you. Yes, God does actually. Well, hate in the emotional human longing sense, no. But God is just. Your eyes are red. What state are you from? Michigan. Los Roof. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I thought that was your name. Loser. Yes, I have lost. Therefore, I'm a loser. Didn't expect to hear about the boot fetish. He keeps begging me to go get boots. I'm your father's name. Clean your sheets now. If you were to guess what my father's name was, I would believe you. Please get and go put them on. Because he's doing heroin, man. What is 1 plus 1? It's whatever you want it to be. My sister is from Michigan. Nice, Tiffany. It's the devil because you're homosexual. Why would the devil be gay? Maybe the devil is gay. I don't know. You're gay and you're a father. I thought you said you were my father. You look like Jesse Nugent. Your mother is your father. And your cousin is your aunt. You seem to know a lot. Everyone is your best friend. Aww. No, definitely not. No, Luke, I am your father. Look him up, is the good. And however, when is your best friend? Not everyone, people don't like you. When is your best friend? Not everyone, people don't like you. Some people from internet are just too confused. You failed in life bad. Yes, I did. Free Palestine. Stay in your house forever, don't come out, don't like you. Every relationship you had screwed you up. How loose do you keep the laces when you tie them up? This is funny. At this point, said hi. Hello, Kulayani. You're anyone's sister, brother. You got caught cheating on 7 men. Holy shit. 7 men? You mean like a husband, 7 men husbands? Like, did you have 7 husbands and you cheated on all 7, or 7 consecutive times having a husband and cheating on him? Which one do you mean? Real homosexual people. Why do some people have to post negative, vile comments? Paul. LOL trolls are funny though, not gonna lie. That's what your mom put on social media. Huh. Damn, you know a lot of people, man. Can you please go get them on, please? Oh. 1 plus 1 does equal 1, because if I add 1 drop of water to another drop of water, I have 1 drop of water. I think my brain just broke. That's really good. That's a good one. Right. Your misery becomes your ministry. Jesus saves and redeems all. There is nothing you have done that he cannot wipe away when you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. That's including his Father. He feels high school. He feels high school. He feels middle school. He feels like... trying to read. He feels cleaning his room. He doesn't know how to make scrambled eggs. I just made them this morning. He failed himself, which is the most important thing. Jesus doesn't care about you. Have you ever been to Europe? I have been to Europe. I was in Germany 9 days backpacking. It was super cool. I got to see so many historical things. I could talk about those 9 days forever. I want to go back. No bisexuals, including your father. Somebody's been listening to Rihanna? Rihanna? What's your first name? Christopher. You remind me of one main singer, Nirvana. How old are you? 34, I think. Something like that. They erase it too. Jesus cares. Tell me more about Jesus. Please, can you go get them on? Every time you say that, I think someone's like asking me, Jeremy, my boots are like way out on the other side of the property. I'm not gonna go get them. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Someone block user Prime. Be a man, be a man. Are you like it kind of sounds like Dr. Seuss for a second. Major has PMS tonight. Are you doing okay, user Prime? Are you doing okay? Tell me. Sylvie Moore, what's your favorite drug? I don't have one. Tylenol for when my back hurts. What do you want to know about him? What do you have to say about him? Wow, that's so cool. Germany is beautiful. Yeah, I was in the Upper Rhine, Westphalia, near Bonn in Cologne. I flew in Frankfurt. It's a lot of fun. I got to see a lot. I want to go back so bad. I want to see Rome, Italy. His favorite drug is is his father's bedroom. Huh. I'm actually ovulating. Really? B1. Majorly pissed off homosexuals heading out of the world. Mushrooms. Your boots are made for walking. My last boots I had actually lasted like 2 or 3 years, which was nuts. They were Justin's work boots. The last Justin work boots I got only lasted like half a season. Oh, my arm. Dove. I have 4 kids, same baby daddy, you're bad at this, user prime. Go sniff Tylenol, ibuprofen, do everybody a favor. Okay, I'll do it because you told me to. Your 4 kids are all gonna be messed up when they're older. They're gonna be losing. Okay. How do you fucking block that? Spam. Goodbye. Don't make fun of other people like that. Get off your mom's couch, use your pronouns. Sorry, I was trying to... How do I remove a user? I don't even know how the fuck to do this. Someone tell me right quick. How do I do it? How do I remove? Did I do it right? You're fucking gone. Making fun of other people's kids like that. The fuck out of here. They'll just come back as something else. That's where you broke my rule. You broke my rule. He has a way nothing else can break the chains we're all bound by. Please, can you put on your boots, please? I think you can ban from channel. Well, it says, like, I click on the thing and it says, like, remove their comment, but it doesn't say anything about just getting rid of them and blocking. So I hope it worked. I don't know. It's one thing to talk shit about me, but don't talk about people's, like, on here and terrorize people and shit. I don't like that. That's my one rule. If anything, I'm cranky. You have a good heart, Christopher. God has big plans for you. Thanks a lot. Big plans. Yes, indeed. Alright, I'm getting tired. It's been almost 4 hours. If you want, feel free to check out my book. This one here. It's called Prophet of God by Chris Cooper. It's on Amazon.com. Tell me what you think. Profit. It's a fiction. It's available on Amazon. Did I already say that? Yeah. Check it out. Let me know what you think. If it's crap, if it's great, whatever. Your viewership is my privilege, and I really appreciate y'all coming in. But unfortunately, I have to sleep. You should report any threats before blocking people if they're really bad screenshots on it. Well, he was sitting there making fun of this other dude's kids and stuff. Like, don't do that shit. That's just purposeless. I really hate doing that, but he started attacking other people's, like, nah. Alright, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate you coming in. May God be with you.